close the house, and then, well, what's the next chapter? Are they buying another house? Have they already found that house? Are we trying to do this simultaneously? Hi, my name is Bobby Auerbach. I'm a real estate broker here with Compass in South Florida, and today we're gonna cover the selling process. When somebody's selling a house for the first time, there's a lot of things that come up that they're not familiar with or don't have contacts. This is a stressful process. It's the biggest asset they have, more times than not, and they haven't sold or bought a house in a long time. So I think it's important for me as an agent to help guide them, help be a resource, provide them with contacts that they may need throughout this process. I try to treat my clients like I would want to be treated. If it's simultaneous, the closing of their house is the first part of it. There's still a lot of moving parts on the other end of it. The mortgage needs to be funded on the purchase of the property. The funds from the sale of their house need to be transferred to the title company on the property that they're purchasing. The movers need to be in place. We have to make sure all the utilities are set up. We have to make sure that all the utilities on their current house are in place until the buyer moves in. So there's a lot of different moving parts in place. These are conversations I'll have with my client to let them know that they can set dates now if they want to have certain things turned off, so that they don't have to think about it any longer. So what is portability? Portability is the ability to take advantage of property tax dollars from the market value to the assessed value on your current homesteaded property to your next homesteaded property, which you have the ability to transfer 3 years after you've sold your current homestead. So let's just give me an example of a $600,000 house that you purchased in 2005. Today, that $600,000 house is worth $1 million. So the difference between those two is $400,000. But more importantly, now you're going to sell a house and move to your new property. That portability, the difference between your market value and your assessed value, is what you really get to take advantage on when you purchase your new property. That $400,000 savings is automatically deducted from the tax base of the new property you're purchasing. So now you're purchasing a $1.2 million house. It's assessed at $1.2 million, but now you have $400,000 in portability. Your new tax base is on $800,000. That's a significant difference in savings. So for homeowners that have been in their homes for a long period of time, they're the best suited to take advantage of portability, where they're going to see the most savings. If you're looking to find out how much portability you have in your home, or looking to see how much you can portabilize to your new property, Broward County Property Appraiser website has that calculator and that information on there for you, which is bcpa.net. And then you can see your market value and your assessed value, and you just subtract the difference between those two, and that's what your portability value is. If you've purchased a property and you sell a property, the first $500,000 of it, if it's your homesteaded property and you've lived there for 2 years, is tax-free. But what also is important is any improvements that you've done to your house over that time can be added to the purchase price. So if you bought a house for $500,000 and over 20 years you've replaced the roof, you've done all these improvements, which was $80,000 or $90,000 to the house, you can add that to the original purchase price of the house. That capital gains is tax-free on married couples up to $500,000, the first $500,000. But they also allow you to add improvements to the house. So for that $600,000 house, if you put $200,000 worth of improvements into that house over 20 years, that capital gains has shrunk. Now you sold it for $600,000. The difference between those two is all tax-free. So if you're interested in hearing more about how I can help you in the home selling process, feel free to reach out. You can contact me at 954-547-3600. You can drop me an email at bobby@auerbachhomes.com or contact me at Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn.